be very, very quiet, Ben. Why Bill? It's James. He's asleep. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? That depends, Bill. What are you thinking about? You know. Oh, of course.
What the? Ugh, not again.
Nice one, Bill. Couldn't have done it without you, Ben.
Hello, Bill.
Oh, hi, James.
And nice to see you too, Ben. Say, by any chance, do you know who bumped those trucks into me?
Of course not, James.
Are you sure? 'Cause I couldn't sure I heard somebody giggling a few seconds ago.
Must have been those nasty little trucks. You know how James feels about his paint, right?
No.
You heard him.
Now, you two. I know one of you did it. I just need to figure out who it was. Stupid engines. Now, may I ask you again? Who bumped those trucks into me?
It was Ben. Bill, how could you? I saw it with both of my very own eyes. There's no
Shut up, you two imbeciles. Doesn't matter who did it. It's my paintwork that matters. And if you were smart, you'd spread some workmen that could clean me up. Ugh, and then my paint will shine like never before. And then all those engines will be jealous that they're not red like me.
Why red?
Because red is, a splendid color.
But yellow is splendid too.
Well, that is, up for debate.
So this is your opinion.
I guess so.
So why is red really so important to you?
It's a long story, but let me just say that I find red to be a really meaningful color to me.
Why?
Because.
Why?
Because.
Why?
Because.
Why?
What's going on here?
Bill and Ben. I should have guessed. Part of them, James. You know how they can be. These bumbling morons have been nothing but a pain in the tender. You were due to be back at the clay pits half an hour ago. Why in God's green earth are you doing here?
We were simply asking a question.
More like berating me.
We want to know why red is so special.
See, Boga, what a senseless question. Actually, I am curious myself. What? Oh, would you look at the time? I'm due to leave now. I have an important job to do, so bye!
That's weird, yeah. Let's investigate.
Or you two could scamper back to the clay pits. I mean, that's always an option.
Fine. We're going.
Scamper off, you two.
Race you. You're on. 1, 2, go! Not fair. I'll get you.
Those two. I wonder what James is up to.
Morning, all. Time for me to once again live up to my reputation as the lifeline of this railway, and as a symbol of excellence for all.
Beg pardon, but what excellence do you speak of?
My speed, dummy.
Ah, leave the poor wee engine alone, Gordon. He was asking a simple question.
Tank engines are always asking stupid questions with obvious answers, and it is getting annoying.
What?
What's that about tank engines? You mainline engines always disrespect us for no reason. I swear, blasted tender engines can never shut up.
It's true.
Hey now, no need for disrespect towards tank engines. Stop being so big for your buffers.
I don't prefer tank engines myself, especially Michael.
Is your dome screwed in all the way? Last time I checked, Mike had a tender. Zing! Nice one.
Morning, everyone. What intelligent conversation has been taking place here?
I wouldn't use the word intelligent here. For the most part, we've listened to Gordon and James talk down to the tank engines.
Oh, Lord. James, I need to ask you something.
What is it, Edward?
James, Bogle told me about yesterday. Why were you so nervous when Bill and Ben were interrogating you about your color?
You mean those terrorists who can't stop bothering me? I simply said red is my favorite color.
I'm not convinced. Tell us. We know you're hiding something.
Do not fash yourself, Edward. It's not a big deal. It's not like James is hiding some enormous secret that can be conveyed in an hour-long story of action, adventure, drama, comedy, and romance. So just let it go.
Let it go. Let it go.
Lord sakes. Shut up.
The twins are right. It's not a big deal. I guess.
Alright, enough is enough. Just spit it out, James, so I can take on my coal in peace. Please. Jesus, your egos are all so bloody delicate. Out with it.
It's a tribute. A tribute to an engine dear to me who was taken far too soon. Because of the mistakes of a few, he died in the Great War. That's why I wear a red coat. And I'm damn proud of it.
Who?
I'd love to explain more, Gordon, but we've got trains to pull.
Not for about a half an hour.
Go ahead, James.
Alright. It all started when I was built. 1913.
I didn't expect to be listening to an entire novel. I have a railway to run.
Anyway, I was painted black and had no numbers on my side. My brother was painted red, which I hated at the time, but he was proud to meet me.
You are a special engine because you are the first of your kind, an LNYR Class 28260 locomotive with a Fowler. I was a Class 27, but I was remodeled into a Class 28. But you're one that was built from scratch.
I'm Dr. Twillman, your controller. You'll be a valuable asset.
Thank you. Out the works, there were two engines. One was a large tank engine, the other was a smaller tank engine.
The big guy never had a name, so we call him 117. And over there is Michael.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Hello.
Everyone, this is James.
Life was good till summer of 1914. That's when politicians got dangerous and war was on the horizon.
Listen to this. The smoking gun has gone off. The Austro-Hungarian ultimatum, having been ignored by the Serbians, has led to war. Russia entering the fray with Germany and France in return. The whole of Europe is now at war, as it seems. Britain at this time will be on the sidelines, but the country shall remain on guard. Huh.
Yet another pointless war between politicians who care nothing for peace. In a perfect world, we would have everlasting peace, wouldn't you think?
Hush your tongue. War is what teaches other countries that the strongest survive.
So instead of taking things out with other countries, like civil people, we should bear arms and kill each other.
War might be dumb in its roots, but you can't deny the glory of doing your part for all that you stand for.
So leave thousands of dead bodies on a ground shows a country's honor. Like I said, why can't people simply talk things out? I wish people wouldn't be so stubborn.
War makes sense. It shuts people up, sometimes permanently. Boy, I wish I had hands so I could be in the front line.
Shut up. Listen to Samuel. He's making good points and all of you are just silencing him.
You wouldn't understand, little one. You've yet to see a war. Or even know about them.
Yeah.
Ahem. I understand the heated debate in here about war, but it's fruitless to go on about it. There's nothing we can do. It's something that exists because people are too full of ego to admit that they can work things out with words. Besides the point, you lot will be depended upon for work. There's no telling if we might be going into this war before long, and a military contractor is coming today to speak to me about that possibility.
117, you have goods duty today.
It's going to be a big one today. Might I ask for assistance?
Fine. James, you can be the banker.
Finally, a job that doesn't confine me to the yards.
Oh yeah, we're all moving up in the world. Meanwhile, the world is beginning to be torn apart.
Fill up with water and coal. You're gonna need it.
Okay.
Don't get blown up.
That's not funny. Plus, I'd rather me blow up than him.
Whatever.
Good day.
That's Captain Roman to you. I stand here before you today representing the British Navy. Now about the deal.
Yes, about that. It's simply ludicrous to start a project so precarious. And, might I add, that it's simply unnecessary. The war is young. Britain hasn't even become involved yet.
My superiors gave me an order, and you are to follow it. I am at higher ranking than you. You are to proceed with Operation X whether you like it or not.
It's completely unreasonable. Like I said, Britain isn't involved yet. Why should I put my engines and staff in danger?
Perhaps you misinterpreted the agreement. We would move with Operation X as soon as Britain joins. Get it clear, citizen.
Knock off the babbling military drivel and talk to your own brother with a lick of sanity, eh?
You know very well not to relate yourself to me. It's bad enough I get looked down for my relations.
Enough! You can talk down to me all you want, but shame on you to disgrace our family.
You're right. I can't disgrace our family. Why? Because there's nothing left to disgrace. It's beyond disgrace.
It's not our fault that our father left mother out in the streets.
I have no mother, and I have no father, lad. I've got no family.
So what? We lived a tough childhood, but now we rose through the ranks and became who we are today.
No, I rose through the ranks. You are nothing more than a citizen, while I work to save your ass.
We are nearly at similar rank, but you and I have different occupations. I'm the captain of my railway, and you the director of your naval fleet.
Apples and oranges, lad. I refuse to agree with ridiculous riffraff. As much as being in the same room with you cramps my style, I have a contract to follow, so you will obey orders.
Get out!
Fine, I shall depart, citizen. Whether you like it or not, Operation X will move forward.
Good day, brother.
Bastard.
Good puffing. That's what we need. Push hard, we'll make it. Now, this isn't shunting trucks, but it's similar.
I think I know what I'm doing. Thank you.
Jeez Louise, an engine heads under the main line one time and doesn't know how to act.
Banking seemed like easy work, but I was about to learn my lesson. The train was heavier than most, and I was tired. I never puffed so far before, and I was used to the comfort of the yard. We began to climb.
Help me. Help me! Help me, James! I can't make it! Someone help!
I can't do it. I can't do it.
I'm sliding back, James! Push! Push!
I can't help. Sorry. I gave up. The train rolled down the hill. I stopped at some track points near the bottom, and the signalman told the signalman to switch the points. He did, and the last cars derailed in the tour field.
Ugh! Grab a crane and a new banker. You're useless. Now go!
Samuel came and helped Theodore up the hill.
Hey James, it's your first day out on the line. It may not have gone so great, but I see potential in you to do great things.
You think so?
I know. Promise one thing.
What's that?
Never give up on anything.
I promise.
Pathetic. Just pathetic.
Good morning, Gordon.
I can't believe him. I simply can't.
Can't believe who?
Arrogant scarlet scab?
Who?
What a stuck-up vain little parasite.
Who?
Please, Henry, keep your issues to yourself. I have work to do.
What for?
To continue our story, because of the war, we began to read the newspaper after the day of the fight.
They call it the Schlieffen Plan, and it's been put into effect today. Belgium is under attack from the German war machine. It was announced today that the Great Britain has declared war on Germany. This war is now ours to fight as well.
Oh no. We're doomed. Start digging bomb shelters.
Shut up and grow up.
That's not funny. War isn't a joke.
Well, you all know that James is gonna do now. Run away. He can't handle banking a goods train, so he'll run at the sight of a bomb.
Any engine with common sense would run from a bomb.
I wouldn't run away from a bomb. I'm not afraid.
Hey, Michael, you seem to like that big, ugly mouth of yours, right?
Yes.
You like big, blasting, booming bombs, right?
Yes.
Well, you'd love it if that mouth of yours was right next to an explosion. Your mouth, kaboom, blown clear of. So, you remember that, when planes are flying above the sheds, bombs are dropping, bodies lay everywhere, rivers filled with blood, bones replaced with
Enough! I think you scared him enough. Look at him.
What is that? What's going on?
Can't see a thing.
I think that the military is here.
Evening, citizens and peasant. Sorry for the rude awakening, but I bring great news from the men upstairs. Your railway, thanks to your manager, will be undertaking a shipbuilding and munitions contract at your Horwich Works and Liverpool Port.
I'd never approved such a treacherous deal. Who died and put you in charge of making my decisions? Because it wasn't me, I'm still alive.
I'm confused. You put our railway in a munitions contract with the Navy? Sir, do you realize what happens with a contract like this?
Yes, I do. That's why I never agreed to the agreement.
There's no difference. It's signed and followed through. Going against it will disobey orders. You'll be arrested.
You'll likely be arrested for identity theft. Anyways, I guess I'll stick with it, as much as it loathes me.
Will any engines be required for the project?
At least 2. One to work at the factory in Horwich.
You mean our works?
Factory, citizen, factory, as well as your munition port.
Liverpool Port.
Shut up. These engines here lack discipline, something us naval types can teach. I take those 2.
What?
Sir, may I work there too?
What on earth for?
They need someone with common sense at the site. That's why I suggested myself.
Good thinking.
I want you at the port at 600 hours tomorrow.
More like a month. You can't start this kind of work within a day.
600 hours in a month. Evening, citizens.
I'm disgusted. War is coming to our backyard.
What backyard?
Idiot. It's a metaphor.
Enough of this. Go to sleep.
Alright, men. You lot will be training with me for the rest of the war. No pun intended. I will mold you undisciplined artifacts into pride of the Navy. You've been cushioned and coddled by your controller. Well, I won't. I will make sweat steam, crack wheels, and push you beyond your limits.
Be off. You are working engines, not drilling men for war.
I'd be quiet if I were you. I got enough C4 to make you a member of the Pink Mist Society.
Oh, I'm so scared.
Now for the inspection. Stand at attention. Cleaner wheels, please, and less backchat. You need to wipe that smirk off your face. Not bad, soldier. I want each of you ship-shape and awake at the crack of dawn every morning. You are to sleep here.
Disgusting!
Your assignments are as follows. You, Red One, are to handle the shipbuilding contract. You are going to supply the individual parts.
Oh joy, I can't wait.
You, Small One, will be in charge of bringing munitions from the factory to here. Be careful or you'll be blown up. If anyone comes too close, just
blow them up!
With your whistle, dummy. No need to be a hero. And you, Black One.
Me?
No, your mother, who I secretly had out-of-work relations with. But that's not important. You, with the CGI animated face, are to shunt these freight cars here and organize the port when deliveries are imported and exported. Understand?
Yes, sir.
That's sir, yes, sir. The lot of you. Say it.
Sir, yes, sir.
Dispatch.
Months turned to years. Michael, Samuel, and I worked hard. From moving munitions to ship parts. As time went by, the war grew worse. The death tolls climbed, but good was coming out of it.
Did you hear? A new railway has been created, known as the Northwestern Railway, run by the Fat Director. The railway is joined by several smaller railways like the Soda and Mainland Railways and the...
Sounds like a great place to live. Much better than here.
It'll get better soon. Just keep believing.
I'll try. Samuel and I gained naval discipline, while Michael...
I'm here, sir.
Wipe that smile off your ugly face and stand at attention.
Sir, yes, sir!
Be off with you.
Maybe he will see sense.
I hope everyone sees sense.
Things were okay until one hot day in July 1916, nearly 2 years after the start of the war. I know you and I normally agree, but I can't this time. This bloody war has changed you, Ann.
What?
I can't stand it. You've become so strict and serious lately. I miss your fun-loving self. I miss the days where you and I laughed and smiled.
James, times have changed. Fun has been blown up like bombs elsewhere. Michael can't take any disciplinary actions. Captain Roman can't see sense. Dr. Twillman is caught between the law and what's morally right.
Sam.
I don't want to hear it. Someone needs to make the logical decisions, and it's going to be me.
Samuel.
What's going on here? Controller wants us back at the sheds tonight.
Telling James exactly what I feel about this rubbish. James says I'm acting too serious.
Well, of course you are. All I hear is, "Here comes Serious Sam, whose face looks like wrinkled hairy ham. His look is so stern, it will make you turn back from Serious Sam I am."
Shut up and grow up, you blasted idiot. I want to make sure that everyone is safe, so I must become stricter since no one is stepping up to the task. No one is dying on my watch.
But you don't wear a watch.
God's sakes, grow up! The good times are over.
But Sam!
Forget it. Mr. Fun is Dead can believe whatever he wants. I have a special assignment now anyway, so don't bother me.
Oh. Okay. Unfortunately, I never thought much of what Sam said, but I wish I'd listened to Sam's wise words. Little did I know that that day would be a turning point in the mini-war at the sheds.
What the hell, Hat? Why are you all still here? You have work to do!
Stupid signal.
What's that?
Today has been nothing but, dare I say it, confusion and delay. There's a broken signal further down the line, so I'm stuck, and Gordon was babbling about some rubbish earlier.
What rubbish?
Something about someone who cares nothing for anyone's feelings.
He must be talking about me. He's so vainglorious, and the spotlight must always be about him.
I'm so confused.
I was telling him the story about my brother.
It's quite interesting.
What are you doing here?
Dropping off some ballast wagons for the Farquhar branch. Can you continue?
All right.
Where's your controller? I have important updates, and without his presence, they're delaying the process of relaying the facts to you simpletons. We naval types don't like being delayed. We move fast. No progression, no progress. So when your controller comes to the sheds, I'll teach him to delay the Navy.
Shut up.
I will not take such insults as that from minors like yourselves. However, I will excuse it this time.
Oh, thank you.
It's nice to see you guys again. I miss you, Samuel, and Michael, and his dumb jokes. Passengers and suppliers ask about you three all the time. Has Samuel changed? He seems more serious and brooding. I don't like it. He was a good engine years ago, but those days are gone now.
Oh, I can't wait anymore. You lot are smart enough, I hope, to relay the updates.
Whatever.
Munitions have been working well, thanks to our munition specialist, whatever your name is.
Why do I even bother?
Shunting at the port has been nothing short of productive, thanks to
James.
Shipbuilding and ship supply shuttling has been lacking, however. What's the deal, Big Red?
My name is Samuel, and if you had half the common sense that I possess, I'd expect to have my name remembered.
Ouch.
Ooh.
break out the aloe vera, 'cause you just got burned.
I will not tolerate this insolence. I demand you to stand attention.
Sir, yes, sir.
You on the end. Redneck, why don't you stand at attention?
My name is Samuel, and if you had even half the common sense that I possess, I'd expect to have my name remembered.
You dare disrespect...
Oh, shut up. I can disrespect someone who can't respect me or my friends. If you cared, you'd remember our names and leave us alone.
Sorry I'm late. Oh my lord, what is going on?
You know, I can't really tell, but I predict it's gonna be either you or your brother James that are just gonna blow their stacks. Can't wait to see that.
I'm 5 minutes late, and this is what happens.
We naval types demand respect from plebeians below us. You took up to us and we look down at you, so obey orders and stand at attention.
How can I respect someone who can't respect me back?
Respect isn't thrown around when you're in the Navy. It is earned. It is earned through hard work and the physical and mental breakdowns from elders above. That's why I can't respect your controller.
You two, James and Michael, get inside. This is gonna be nasty.
You are acting ridiculous, Roman. You need to relax.
I shall not. Your yard is undisciplined. Someone must whip him into shape, and that'll be me.
This is a railway, not boot camp. You have virtually no jurisdiction here. Your job is to oversee operations and to speak to me about any military demands. This is my railway, and you will abide by my rules whether you like it or not.
Start with taking your naval cronies and leaving.
You're testing my patience.
I got every right to since you forged our controller signature, bring naval numbskulls and gun-totting twits here, and disrespecting our engines and staff, not to mention forgetting our names.
Names are a trivial thing. They are meaningless when you are nothing but another body lying in a field. We naval type.
Oh, shut up! Just shut up, Roman. You act like you're so goddamn mature, but you're really not, alright? So just shut up.
How dare you say such rubbish? That's it. Sometimes it takes more than just manpower to stop such immunity as this. Sometimes it takes firepower.
What's your mind?
Everyone out. James, go and grab the fire crew as fast as you can now.
Yes, sir.
Are you mental? Why on earth would you fire a weapon of danger in a crowded area? You could have killed someone. And why is there an oil drum sitting at my sheds?
Maybe if you stopped bombarding me with questions, I would answer you. The oil drum is for one of the announcements I have. We're drilling fuel offshore.
You're gonna be shipping fuel and munitions at the same site?
That's dangerous seamanship right there.
We've got to get out of here. She's gonna...
Oh no.
Do you see my point?
Yes.
Yes.
I can't work for this idiot anymore. And sir, I insist that you terminate all current services with the Navy. I want you two to follow suit.
I can't. I'm bonded by the contract, and the contract says I need to fulfill my duties, so no.
You're going to let a stupid piece of paper tell you what to do? Common sense, sir. And what about you two? Are you going to quit? No, you won't. They can speak for themselves.
We need to work. Sadly, the contract bounds us. It states 2 engines are needed to fulfill the military operation. Michael and I are the 2, and you are simply an add-on. So, by ignoring the contract, we could be in trouble.
I can't believe it. Look what a domineering tyrant, his cronies, and a piece of paper have done to the railway.
And yourself.
You're damn right. I don't want to play anymore.
He's right, you know.
I knew exactly who he was inside.
All clear. You can all go now.
Finish it at the sheds tonight, James. Please finish the story. I'd like to hear it.
Are we still on this trivial story?
Yes. Now hush up.
I need something to go to sleep to. Carry on.
Excuse me?
You heard me.
Anyways, Samuel quit. I picked up his own job, and Michael and I continued the project. One evening, a large shipment of munitions were needed. Me and Michael moved carefully through the countryside, with 2 long trains of munitions. The clouds ahead were dark, and rain was on the way. Suddenly, the sky lit up with an explosion of light, and shouts were heard in the distance. "Slow down, Michael, something's wrong." We both slowed down to notice some farmers in the field screaming frantically. Lightning had struck the field, and fire had begun. "Run!" We bolted forward without thinking. However, the fields were dry, and flames were spreading quickly. We all knew what would happen if they caught the train. Smoke was in the air. Working quickly, Michael and I was hurrying towards the bridge across the port. "Fire! Fire!" I noticed Dr. Toolman, Captain Roman, and his men standing at the dock.
What's going on?
"The countryside's ablaze! We need to clear out!"
What about the munitions? If the fire spreads, the whole area will be reduced to nothing.
The men there will take care of it.
Not in time. There are literally tons of munitions waiting to be shipped. There's no way without engines to clear it out. Here's what needs to happen. James and Michael need to get the munitions and take them far away. If only we could find another engine to help out.
You've got yourself an engine.
Samuel!
I'm only here because I heard about the fire. I was worried.
About the munitions?
About my friends, you naval Nimrod.
Great. Let's get these cars loaded quickly.
Hold on a second. Who let you give the orders?
Us, because we trust our controller more than you. People's lives depends on what we do here tonight.
Here's what I say. You all stay here and finish your jobs, and let whatever happen, happen.
Shut up!
What is going on? This is a violation of orders. You should all be scrapped for your insolence.
No, they shouldn't. They've received common sense. Orders are orders, but they don't supersede common sense.
Quickly, everyone, go!
Flames!
Crumbs!
Hurry, we need to clear out quickly.
Put your backs into it.
We quickly left, with nearly all the munitions. We raced down the line when suddenly a wall of fire dashed across the line.
Brake!
We screwed our brakes on, but mine, being poor wooden brakes, began to spark. Sparks shot from underneath my wheels towards Samuel's train. We stopped in time to avoid the fire, or so we thought.
Bother! Back up quickly.
Samuel! Your train!
How the bloody hell did that happen?
Samuel's train had caught fire.
Soldiers, preserve the munitions.
No time, you must go.
Hurry, we have to uncouple the train and get it out of here.
No, sir, there is no time. I can't go any time. Rescuing me will bring down all of us. The only way to survive is to cut off the limb from the body.
Meaning?
We leave Samuel to...
We can't! We must try!
James, go. I'll be fine.
I won't!
You there, Blackie. Get your tender shifted before I shift it for you.
No!
Yes, I'm begging you to go. I'll be fine. I'm a survivor.
You heard him!
I pulled away quickly. I got about a mile away when we heard a massive explosion. Projectiles and shrapnel fell around us. I kept going. Tears rolled down my face. I knew exactly what it was. The works. The munitions. Samuel. I arrived at the station where 117 was waiting. An ambulance was waiting for us. Fire crews were coming in the distance. 117 saw my sullen, tear-covered face and understood immediately.
Well, that was the most stupid story I ever heard.
What?
Well, that never happened at all. That story was pure entertainment. You're just telling fairy tales.
I just bled my heart and soul to you, and you think it's false?
So you killed your brother, big whoop.
Gordon, the big blue engine, I'm ashamed to have known you. You're nothing but an arrogant jerk who you always think you're so great. So just for once, shut up and learn to be sympathetic.
Grow up, James. No one cares.
Ugh, I can't deal with this.
James! You should be ashamed of yourself, Gordon.
No one cares about his problems. I have my own to deal with.
You know, Gordon, I've known you for about 50 years, and in that time I've learned one thing from you.
And what would that be, since we are dying to know?
You can never be a good friend to anyone even if you try.
I can't deal with this.
Good riddance.
You're a muckle nuisance.
Like I care. Your problems are minimal compared to my own.
We all have problems, Gordon. We need to respect each other for them.
Agreed, Douglas.
The world doesn't revolve around you, Gordon. And if it did, it surely doesn't now.
He lost one brother. I lost nearly my entire family. All of us, Doncaster drawn, proud, mighty, and successful. Sadly, all but one are gone.
Imagine if Scotsman was scrapped.
A horrendous fate, I'd imagine.
Exactly. We'd give you sympathy, like how you should give it to James.
Many of our classes are gone.
We are our old family. We have each other. We've been through more struggles than anyone anywhere. We survived the odds and luckily we're still alive to this day. Hence we still stick together.
You guys have never truly suffered. Good night.
Sometimes I wonder if his smoke box is a little too thick.
It's been 7 years since Samuel's death. The general was arrested in the day's ladder, and me, Michael, and 117 repaired the line. I remained quiet and vigilant. One day, my controller and 2 men came to see me.
Hello, James. How are you today?
Not well, sir. I'm worried about my future.
No need to worry about that. I am a representative of the NWR, or Northwestern Railway. You have been successfully purchased to work there. There you shall be protected from this new British Railways movement.
Thank you. How'd you seal the deal, sir?
It was actually me who did. I was visiting Sodor at a pub. I may have had a few here and there. I was a little betting, and thankfully you've been saved.
How does that sound?
It sounds great, sir.
Enjoy yourself. Make new friends, and go on your own adventures.
When do I depart, sir?
Within a month, so don't get comfortable here.
And within a month, I started on my new journey. I arrived at a large yard where 3 engines were waiting. One was small and blue, another big and green, but one was my size, but blue.
Hello, my name is Edward, and this is Thomas and Henry.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Is this all the engines on your line?
There's another engine called Gordon, but he's up Pony Express, our main passenger train. Speaking of passengers, I need to take the local. Henry, pick up your trucks.
Ugh, I hate those demons. I swear they have that look in their eyes like they're going to kill me.
I'll do it. I don't mind trucks.
Great. I'll go for a rest at the shed.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Goodbye.
I'm off to Wellsworth. Bye.
On!
Knock it off, please. You can't talk to us like that. We run the show around here. Come on, boys, teach this one a lesson.
Push him down the hill! Push him down! Push him down!
Stop! What the?
No!
Help! The train is pushing us. Brakes, driver, please!
Hold on. There. The brakes are on.
Yeah, they're on. On fire!
What?
Runaway coming through!
Faster, faster, faster!
Help me!
Never! Ah, how awesome it is to be a truck!
I thundered past an express engine who was large and blue. I later found out that engine was Gordon. But while I was panicking and shouting, I noticed a red engine who was a member of my class. I temporarily forgot my situation, as we both stared at each other for only a few seconds.
Watch that bend.
We're going over! Jump!
Check the guard.
He's fine. Check our engine. Ah! Think I swallowed a dirt clot!
I taste grass. Where's Ebert? Anybody have my right here? Louie,
Ow. It's just one thing after another with me, isn't it?
Now, James, the accident is not your fault. It was the wooden brakes they gave you, which we always said were no good.
It always was my wooden brakes.
James! Thank goodness I found you. I bought assistance. Now, to take care of you lot.
No, no, no!
This will teach you a lesson.
Ouch! Yes, it will!
Stupid nonsense. Okay, James. The crane's gonna lift you up now. Then I'll take you to the works.
The works were fine. It was different than ours. Then again, there was no need for barrels and gunpowder or guns like our old one. The staff cleaned me up. The controller came to see me. He was stout but jolly.
I'm the Fat Director, and I'm sorry about your accident. I will speak to Henry about shirking duties. However, I need to repaint you in northwestern blue to match the others.
Actually, can I be painted red, like that other engine I saw?
Okay, red it should be. But the red engine was sold today, to the Normanby line, owned by the LMS.
Ow.
His name is Eagle. Came here around 1918. He's quiet, but serious.
Just like Sam.
Workman, fetch a can of scarlet pink, please.
So I dragged him down the line to Ballyhoo. He was whistling and wailing and crying for me to stop.
It was so funny.
At least I know how to climb hills and go through tunnels.
Oh, silly tank engine.
Hello?
Is that Eagle?
No, Eagle was just sold. Your judgment must be buried beneath your pride with that new branch line of yours.
That tin pot branch line. Besides, he's a tank engine. They have no pride.
Stow it! It can't be!
Is that...
James?
Yeah, it's me.
Oh no, not another red engine to deal with. The last one was a complete bore.
Isn't this the engine that crashed on his first day?
Yes.
Henry, aren't you the one who was supposed to pull that train?
Yes, but...
I could speak for Henry. Only immature engines pull trucks and have trouble with them.
That's why you got stuck on the hill.
Rubbish!
You can sleep right here.
Thank you.
Ignore Gordon and Henry. They're grumpy about Thomas getting a branch line. Gordon is boastful and Henry can be the same, but he can get worrisome. And Thomas is a little cheeky engine, but you'll get to love him. I'm the one who keeps this lot in line.
I don't need senile tender engines to keep me in line.
No, but they help you up the hill.
Rubbish!
Don't worry, you'll fit in.
Ow. Okay.
Good night, my engines. Work begins tomorrow. Thomas, your first train begins tomorrow on your branch line. Gordon, you have your normal express duties. Henry, you have freight. And no complaining or negotiating. I found out you were being rough with the coaches, and you're stunt with James. Speaking of James, you and Edward will double head the local. Good night.
James, are you there? I that must hurt, James. Every word Gordon said to you.
You know?
Yes, I do.
No, you don't! You weren't there! You didn't see the flames! You did not smell the burning flesh and smoke! You didn't hear the screams of agonizing death, especially from your own brother!
You are right, James. I never experienced anything like that. Neither has Gordon. However, I've seen many engines scrap before my own eyes. Some close, some not as much. But every time I get this awkward feeling in my boiler about why did their time end abruptly? Human influence? Accident? Or whatever it was. But I figured out a way to get over the pain.
What's that?
To stand tall and become resilient. You know your past, but you aspire for a brighter future. Understand the struggles, but persevere through any obstacle. The past may hurt, but you can either run from it or learn from it.
I see. Edward?
Yes?
Do you know why I was rude towards you?
Why, James?
It's because... you...
I am just like him, aren't I? A good friend, an advisor, and practically a brother. Serious when disaster comes. Sam and I are practically twins. You put your anger against Sam's death on me because I remind you of him.
Exactly.
There's no need to apologize. I was simply an emotional outlet, similar to now. Your conscience saw me as Samuel, and your anger flowed through. It's unhealthy to keep it in, because it created a whole other personality and left you the way you are today.
I wasn't as vain as I am today, but I like red much better and I want to preserve the essence of Sam.
Sam, he's more than a color, isn't he?
He's why I leave the shed in the morning. His mottos and teachings and lessons helped me shape into who I am today, but my anger of over 100 years hasn't shown that.
Yes, it has. You have lapses of character, but you are amazingly resilient and smart. But pride and vanity are your downfalls, but they are derived from your self-preservation of Samuel.
Exactly, but what about Gordon?
Ignore him. I think there's something wrong with Gordon. Something deep.
James.
Gordon?
About earlier this week.
Save your breath! You had no right to say what you did, and I can't accept any degree of apologies.
I understand that. I wish to explain my actions, if you'll allow it.
Go ahead.
My actions days ago led me to believe that I deserved the sympathy of family loss. When everyone grieved for you, I became enraged. I remembered back to the 60s when you, Henry, and Duck laughed at my feelings.
What do you mean? Oh, that.
I felt disrespected then, and even a few days ago.
It's not like you explained why you were sad.
And I know that. I just wasn't thinking. And for that, I apologize.
No, I should first. We shouldn't bring each other down. We are blue with sadness.
Or red with fury. You know, Duck told me something a few days ago. We are our own family. We have each other. We've been through more struggle than anyone anywhere. We've survived the odds, and luckily we're still together to this day. Hence, we stick together.
Thank you. Duck is right.
You know, when he isn't spitting useless tripe about the Great Western, he speaks very eloquently.
What's that about the Great Western Railway?
I mean no offense, Duck.
None taken, Gordon. We see you two made up.
We'll all be grown up and turned into haggis. Like getting along. Aye, it's been too long.
Then and now, we stand together, whatever what color we are or feel.
I'm glad you all could come.
Why did Sir Topham Hatt request us all?
I too would like to be enlightened by this situation, but I trust the Fat Controller. And I need to run my line.
And my express. I don't fully trust Pip and Emma to run it. One of them always fails and...
Relax, guys. We're almost there. We're clearing out this warehouse for demolition and found this in here.
Found what?
It can't be.
Is that?
Hello, friends, old and new. Wait a minute. Is that you? James?
You're alive! But how?
During the explosion, I was sheltered by enough debris that I was barely able to be salvaged. The controller fixed me up and sent me here to begin anew. After about 20 years, I was sold to British Railways. They placed me along this line, but as time went by, my jobs were given to diesels. I was forgotten here, until recently.
It's a miracle!
I did see you that day, when I was in a runaway.
That you did.
I don't believe it. After all this time, why didn't anyone know?
I assume because I didn't talk much.
Yeah, and a complete bore.
Gordon!
He's right, the war hardened me. But James once said, since then I've softened a bit, and ready to begin again.
And you will. Sir Topham Hatt will see to it that you are repaired.
Ah, thank goodness. Are you sure about this?
Of course.
What are you up to?
You'll see.
Now, remember your lines.
You two.
Us? Uh-oh.
You're in big trouble.
Wait till I get my wheels on you.
We're sorry.
Sorry isn't good enough for what I'm gonna do.
What are you gonna do?
This.
Boom!
Yikes! Run! Don't hurt us!
Jesus, the poor engines will be scarred for weeks!
I've wanted to do that for so long.
About time someone did it.
I wish you didn't. Anyway, you owe those two.
For what?
If they never bothered you about your paint, none of this would have happened.
You're right.
Edward does make a point, but we'll tell him later. Kinda want to see their eyes pop out first.